You won't be on camera. Well, now I'd like to talk about one of the most often overlooked and extremely important facets of making a high-quality YouTube video, and that is good audio. So, now you don't necessarily, well, you do. You're going to have to break into the piggy bank, or you could use the old noggin and be creative like I did. What we have here is the mini sound catcher by SEMA, the wireless transmitter. Now this is important, especially if you're going to be broadcasting live to the tubes from the Andromeda galaxies. So this unit, it runs off of 2 AAA cells. Now we don't need that. I'm cheap. Batteries are expensive and they're bad for the environment. I like to go green. See, kitties? Peteys, always thinking. So what you got to do, get a couple of lemon or lime wedges and marinate those in a solution of 60% baking soda and 40% lemon juice, olive oil, or vinegar. And use the apple cider stuff. That way, if you get a little hot, you know, it's refreshing. Now marinate those for 3 to 6 weeks and then get yourself some 200 grit sandpaper and rub down a couple of old copper pennies. Not the new pre-2004 ones. We're talking genuine copper. And then on the other side, use a galvanized roofing nail. Now I know what you're thinking. How are you going to keep it together? Blue tack, baby. You know who you are. Thanks for the tip. I use blue tack for everything now. And that's what the tubes are all about, is sharing information. We want to be able to express our creativity and teach other people how to stretch out and be awesome. But you're not going to be able to do that with bad audio. The second part of my signal chain, and this is all analog, which that's like the most important facet. If you're to techs and pros who know, all analog, baby. You know. Now this is the SEMA sound catcher wireless remote receiver. Again, powered off the lemon and lime cells. What's great about this is, see, it's a wireless, so you don't need a long cable. 8 inches is, you know, well, it's about 6 inches is all you need. Now, if you look here, there's a very handy, you get like a 1/2 centimeter clearance for the clip-on clip, which really I couldn't be more thrilled with that. I clip it on just to clip it on everything. I get silly with that. Now this here is the American Idol Karaoke preamp booster. Now this is all analog. It's important to keep your signal chain pure, pristine. We don't want any of that digital stuff. Zeros and ones, that's not much fun. That sounds like math to me, and math makes my brain hurt. Now this, like, you know, what more do you want? American Idol, we're talking Keisha and Britney Spears, they're all of them. Howard Stern, I mean, that guy, he knows audios and silicon boobs. But the point is, this unit here, not only will it boost my frequencies, but it's got 2 jackaroonies there. So you know what that means. If Jason Chadwick or Tessa Jeffers shows up and I need someone, you know, there's 2 jacks. So I got one for the interviewer and then another one for the person to ask the questions. But the best feature that I really like about this is the old equalizer. That's right, see? Now here I'm adjusting the trebles. Here comes some bass, and now we got mid-range. Yep, I love it. I can't get enough of the old EQ there. So, what I find really helpful about this whole system is to be able to get our analog signal into the computer. Now that karaoke preamp, that comes out RCA. Now that isn't going to be much fun trying to get that into your computer. So what you got to do, I got the GigaWare. This is a USD microphone. So it plugs right into your USD jack. Now this mic, it had one of those crappy condenser mics in there. We don't want that, so I got a kitchen knife and I hacked it off, whipped that condenser mic out of there, throw that in the trash, and then soldered it up to a 1/4 inch jack housed in a pill bottle. No shortage of those. Now, you RCA a 1/4 inch jack, you're thinking, what's he smoking? Well, no, I got so I use those all the time for all kinds of stuff. So, signal path is all analog. Inside of this, you know, this is a mini pentode amplification system, and it runs off a 9-volt adapter, 0.0075 milliamps. But there's a step-down transformer feeding a 4106 PLL phase lock loop. dual induction circuit to boost the voltage up to 468 volts for the heater, but that's an inverted voltage, so we got to watch it. Now, the other option will be like, this is a SingStar, this is for a PlayStation, this is another USB interface you could use for audio, but watchy. See, it must have been like the day after the national drinking holiday in Taiwan when they designed this thing, because you think tip, ring, sleeve is ground, talking ring is ground, baby, so you're going to have to make a little flip-flop cable adapter if you want that to function. That's why I stick with my GigaWare. Plus, if I got a button here, like if I start saying, then, I can keep it clean for the kids with the little button. Now, most important feature here, and this is something like only a real tech or pro would know, is the old clavalier mic, see? Now that is what I call handy. Like, just the other day, we had Rebecca Dirk show up, and Jason Shadrick, and Tessa Jeffers was driving. So when they got here, I didn't want to have my mic in my hand. There it is. So, reach for the old clavalier. Check this out. And there you have it. See, me and Shadrick were go-tee buddies that day. So now, I got hands free. See this? Got my brass monkey in one hand, and I even got rum for the old Bluntaroonie in the other hand. Here we go. It's party time. Rock and roll, kids. Hey. We're going to fire up the blunt with Rebecca Dukes, Jason Shadrick, and Tessa Jeffers. Time for the rig fun down. Hey, rock and roll. All analog, pure, pristine, digital single bass with the triode, pentode, tube-activated analog signal pad, baby. Yeah, we're talking high-quality audios coming at you live from the Andromeda Galaxy. Hey, rock and roll, kids. Most importantly, don't forget, keep on hacking. Hey, yeah.